Hey everyone, this is Eric, and this is day 5 of my 30 days of Magick challenge for the month of April. 5. So today I was thinking about kind of figuring out what I wanted to do today. And then I realized, looking around my office and my sacred space, is that I am currently working with 5 goddesses. And I thought that was very interesting. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk about this today because I find it kind of cool. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you a little bit about the 5 goddesses that I am currently working with and the little story behind them. I also pull some crystals to share with you guys on how I use these crystals to connect to this specific goddess. So to begin, I will start with the first one, which is Aphrodite. Aphrodite came to me, well actually, I came to her. I searched for her. When I was very young in my practice, I was obsessed with Xena. And the Aphrodite in that show was really cool, and I really loved her energy, and I almost like looked at her as if like, oh, I kind of want to be like that. I want to be bubbly. I want to be energetic and spontaneous and sexy. And at that time I wasn't like that at all. There's a bee. Watch me get stung. When I wasn't like that, I was pretty heavy. I was definitely overweight. I had really bad acne that went all over my back and my chest and my face, and so definitely self-conscious. And so having this goddess in this show be that vivacious and fun, I really looked up to her, and I really wanted that for myself. And during the releasing, it really motivated me, or she already helped me motivate myself to lose the weight and to clean my skin up. And I was very blessed and thankful that it left very minimal scarring, either from the weight loss or the acne. So I felt like it was a divine detox in a way. So Aphrodite has been there for me when it comes to my self-image and my body image and how I feel inside and as well as outside. And so the crystal I picked for her, which I used to work with a lot, is amethyst. Amethyst has really helped me reflect how I feel in the inside and shine that forward, or I guess I should say shine upon the outside as well. It's been a really great journey, lots of healing, lots of soul work, lots of shadow work. Amethyst has been with me, and so has the goddess Aphrodite. I continue to work with her because we all want to feel beautiful and accepted. We all want to be free in a sense of those fears, and so she's a constant reminder of the life I want and the reasons why I want it and how close I am to releasing those fears. And so that's my story with Aphrodite. And let me take a sip of tea. The other goddess I work with actually came to me in a meditation. This is Quan Yin. Quan Yin came to me during a spirit guide meditation. I had no idea. Complete took me off guard, or by surprise I should say. So in the meditation I was sitting in this big room, and I was waiting for the spirit guide to come in. And as soon as the person that was doing the guided meditation said, these big doors open, in walks your spirit guide, this beautiful woman came in. She was all dressed in white, almost looked like a bride. She had this flowing fabric. I noticed that she wasn't walking on the floor. She was floating in midair, this beautiful parasol, and she was holding this vase. And I asked her, "Oh my God, are you my spirit guide?" And she said yes. And I asked, "What's your name?" And she said Quan Yin. And the way she said it, it was just, it woke me up from that guided meditation. It was so clear and so powerful that I immediately went to Google and I looked her up. And I was shocked that there was a Quan Yin, and that the first image that popped up was the image that I saw. And I know you guys might not believe me, but I seriously never heard of her. So it was a huge and powerful moment. Quan Yin has definitely helped me with compassion. Compassion for myself, compassion for others, working in the professional in my day job, I deal with a lot of people, and so having that compassion has really helped. And so I work with Rose Court when I want to work with Quan Yin. Rose Court has been very loving and kind, and who said it? I want to say Kimmy recently said it, that it's like a bubble bath for your soul. It really is. I really love that she said that. I think it was in yesterday's video. But Quan Yin has really helped me with the way I speak to myself and the way I speak to others and the thoughts, and to make sure that I catch those when they're not negative, when there are negative. And so it's a constant, working with Quan Yin, because it happens the same every day. With all these goddesses, there's always that same fears that come up. I still have body image issues that I ask guidance from Aphrodite. I still have to struggle with sometimes compassion and falling in those toxic behaviors, and I ask Quan Yin for guidance. So it's always going to be a lifetime process. It's never going to be over. The second goddess that I work with is Mother Mary. Mother Mary came to me this year, January 1st. That was the day of my father's passing. So during that time, I felt her connection. I vaguely remember her from when I was a kid, when we used to be Catholic in my family before we became Christian. So Mother Mary was there, and I knew of her, but I didn't know much of her. So during my father's passing, she really came to me to let me know that my angels and my dad's angels, and they're all around us and they're protecting us. And she really did take on that role of the Queen of the Angels. And so she has definitely helped me connect deeper, I would say, with the angelic realm. So these crystals I picked out for her to connect with and to the angelic realms is angelite. I have clear quartz. I have lapis lazuli. And what's been really interesting working with the archangels is hematite. So these little handfuls are a very powerful group. And so they've been really interesting to work with when the angelic realm. And so I'm really excited to continue working with Mother Mary in that sense. And so she's been very kind to me and very motherly indeed. So I am very humbled and appreciative of that opportunity to work with any of these goddesses. So the next goddess is the goddess Ani. I believe she is an African-American Haitian goddess. I've been working with her with my abundance. And so I have a mixture of flowers, dried up flowers that I have from my herb cabinet. And it's all about abundance in all aspects of my life. She is a death goddess, and she takes, I believe she's always depicted with having a child and symbolizing of death and rebirth. And so she has been there for me in just the aspect of abundance, not necessarily the death aspect, but she has helped me a lot with my current financial issues that I've chosen to have for so many years, and working with rewriting my money story and welcoming in that abundance and releasing those blocks and having her take those blocks has been really huge. The goddess Ani came to me during a dream. This figure approached me and I asked her, I feel like you're my spirit guide. And she said yes. And I asked her what her name is, and she said Ani. And I had to really, really research to find her, because there wasn't that much information out there. And once I found it, I was like, holy shit. And I apologize. I was like, holy shit, I cannot believe that this is real, that this is really happening. So it's an ongoing relationship. And so I really, really liked it. And so the stone I actually picked for her to work with is green aventurine. Because it reminds me of just prosperity, abundance, Mother Gaia, that connection to earth, and it's been great working with her. So the next one you guys are familiar with, so I just recently shared. I have no stories to tell you too much because she's really new. This is my representation of the goddess Morrigan. And she came to me, well, actually, I would say I've been wanting to work with her for a really long time, but I've just never had made the opportunity happen, or never made that time. But this time I've received a lot of messages and signs that I am guided to work with her. And so I sat down in meditation on one of my 30 days of magic, and I invited her in, and it was powerful. It was really interesting. And so as an appreciation and respect and honor her, I decorated and painted my goddess statue that was just all this color. And so I painted her hair red, and I added the feathers, the black feathers, and I painted her black, and it's been really powerful. And the stones I picked to work with her is snowflake obsidian, and I believe this is rainbow moonstone. And she is definitely the death goddess, but the way I feel, I would say my intentions of working with the goddess Morrigan is to really help me with my confidence, that fight mentality about, being able to speak my truth, of standing my ground, of not taking no shit. She's been that fire within me, and I want to tap into that fire. I want to be able to have that confidence and to tackle my fears. Like this YouTube thing was a huge fear. I always wanted to do it, and I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to put myself out there. So it was a huge push, and I'm always nervous. I'm nervous now, but being able to call on her for strength and courage, and give me that ability to really handle these situations, because I know that I can handle them. It's going to be really powerful for me. So I cannot wait to share with you the many aha moments and the crazy adventures that I am going to. Oh my God, my dog just totally peed. But I can't wait to share with you everything. And so these are the 5 goddesses I work with. And so I have a goddess that teaches me about beauty and self-love and self-care. I have a goddess that teaches me about compassion for myself and for others. I have a deep connection with this goddess that teaches me about the angelic realms and about my spirit guides and the connection to oneness. And I have a beautiful goddess that teaches me about abundance and that I am worthy of it. And then I have a goddess that tells me that I am able to fight for my truths and to stand very proud of my path that I've created. And so this has been a really cool journey, and I'm glad you guys have joined me today, and blessed be.